rarely am I able to be the director who creates a piece where it's like they're dressed as Planet of the Apes on the moon playing tennis.
That was my original proposal.
I know that was what we originally had hoped for with this concept, but more often than not, what my brain always does before I even think about concept or time period is go back to the music and back to the text. Mm-hmm. And even with this challenge of how do we create a Così that is viable in 2022, all of my choices are going to be banked on information that I'm learning and absorbing from the piece as it exists. Mm-hmm. I might be flipping the script or, pulling the wool off our eyes on how some of those traditional interpretations have gone. But because we're trying to, in this piece, create a production that literally shows audience members, here's where it started, here's how these folks were originally interpreting these characters all the way towards modern day. Mm-hmm. What we've created is a set that evolves and costumes that evolve to allow us to literally see this piece through a 2022 lens. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have a very modern, light frame like you would see in a museum piece, housing a more traditional or historical artwork. So we meet a time period that feels Rococo and Italianesque. Mm-hmm. The characters will start costumed in those very flamboyant, gorgeous traditional period costumes. But as we make more modern choices, we pull more and more out into the modern frame, and our clothes evolve from the Rococo time period all the way up to present day.
I'm so excited about
Me
that.
too. I think it's going to be really an incredible journey for all of us, cast on stage and audience alike, to experience together.
Yeah, and to hit that balance of embracing Mozart, embracing Da Ponte, embracing the sort of lush traditional look of a production, but also getting for that, how do we pull the authentic truth and laughter out of these situations? Right. That's such a sweet spot, and I'm so excited about your concept.
I think it's important that it stays comedic, it stays light as the piece is intended to be, but we get rid of maybe some of that baggage that's about the traditional way of interpreting the lines or the music as written, and just putting a fresh take on everything.